Welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about overharvesting, whether I was overharvested and what the risks are and what overharvesting looks like. Now, I will start the video by saying I did not have overharvesting. I know it looks crazy when you see the photos of all the holes, and this will have a couple photos that are going to be a little disturbing to some people as far as if you have like trypophobia or like if you just don't like the way that shit looks. I understand, but there won't be too many photos, so don't worry. And I'm going to show you guys really quickly some photos of me before, during, after the healing, and then like 5-6 months later, the donor area, so you can get a full picture of how it transforms and how it heals. Then I'm going to go into showing you my live update of my actual hair currently right now at 7 months. But this is really for the first 6 months is what I'm trying to show you how it transforms. And then after that, I'm going to talk about overharvesting and show you what overharvesting really looks like and like worst case scenario and what is more typical with the risk. So let's get into it, guys. First things first, here is my head before surgery. This was one of my display photos I had to send to the doctor. It's not the best photo, guys, I'm sorry. But here's some photos I had to send him to show where my hair was at thinning and balding wise. So that's the back, and then the front, obviously you can see I, I have very little hair, guys. So to be able to have all this hair is great. Right now it's really messy. It's really curly. I will say my hair is starting to get curly now that it's getting longer, which I forgot I had curly hair because I always kept it so short in the sides and back, and I had none in the front anymore. But yeah, if I don't like style it, like I just got out of the shower like 20 minutes ago and I was like hand dried it. If I were to go ahead and blow dry it or like comb it and use a little product, it would look perfect. But right now it's just kind of combed to the side here. I'll give you a little close up. You can see how it like swirls. It's got like curls in it. But yeah, if I like spike it up, obviously you can see we're about 60 something percent in to the process. We got a little bit to go here. So definitely have some more thickening and more hairs coming in. I can still feel the bristles. And that's just the baby hairs popping through the skin, which has been really, really exciting. It's one of the things I can't stop touching. Any of you who've had a hair transplant or are going through one, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's exciting to be able to feel the hair coming through your head. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's go ahead and show you my head directly after surgery, and I'll show you a little clip. This is crazy. I know. Like, okay, so the first photo was a day after surgery during my wash, and obviously this video is during surgery, literally as I finished it. And then a few days later, your hair is healed up pretty much, and it's got like little scabs and stuff. Then within 4 months, within a month, you can't even tell. Within 2 weeks, it's almost unnoticeable that it had happened. But within a month, you can't tell anything. To be honest, even after like a week, the scabs start to come off. So then it just looks like your hair's a little thinner for like a tiny bit because you buzzed it all the way down to nothing. It takes about 2 weeks to get a little hair growth to like fill it in. But yeah, and then obviously shock loss and everything else. But not going to get into that. Let's continue on here. Obviously, we're 5-6 month photos with the back of my head. You can see the side and a little bit of the back in this photo, which is great because you can see that he didn't like, a lot of doctors go really far into the sides to get the hair grafts they need. And I will have to do it for my second hair transplant, obviously, which I will be doing probably in like 6 months or so. Once this is fully done and healed up and I have a bunch of, content done with it, I will go for a second one to fill in the crown, maybe thicken the front up. We'll see. Whatever it needs done, we'll do. Might do a little touch up, and yeah, but we'll see. And then as far as overharvesting goes, well, guys, it is a risk. And anyone who tells you there's no scars with FUE is completely full of shit. Any doctor that says there's no scars is lying directly to you, and you shouldn't trust them. The reality is anything you do causes a scar to your skin, especially when you're putting holes in it and taking hair out. FUE, however, is known as a scarless surgery because of the fact that you actually get more scarring, but it's such small dots that are spread out over a large area and have hair overlapping that when done right, it's not noticeable. Whereas a linear scar is an extremely, extremely noticeable thing if it's done improperly. Again, even if it's done properly, if you go low enough, it can still be seen. And that's why, but again, if it's done properly, even at like a 2 or 3, you should be able to wear a haircut that low, and it would be very unnoticeable. Now, there's other things I'll talk about in the future, like SMP and how you can thicken your hair up, both for FUE and FUT, and make those scars unnoticeable and look like it never happened. That is expensive, and it's something that is, ultra effective. I might do it in the future depending on how my second hair transplant goes. Obviously, I think it's going to be just fine, but, we'll see. I probably will actually have SMP done in the top of the crown, because the crown is one of those places that has a very difficult time taking hair grafts. And I'll have to explain again. That's a whole nother video I'll have to get into, guys. But since it is that way, and you don't want to waste a ton of grafts on the back, I'll probably have the back done, and then I'll probably have SMP put in like 3 to 6 months later, or a year later, to make it look fully thick, because you still need hair there, but I want the visual appearance of it being thicker than it is when you look at it. But yeah, awesome. So anyway, besides all that, guys, as far as over harvesting goes, the risks really come in with having like a bad doctor or inexperienced doctor or tech working on you that is just not experienced in how to take out grafts, like how many they should take from each area, because you don't want to dilute the density below the 50% visual mark. So again, if you have a back of the head, let's say there's 20,000 grafts at max on the back, like on your donor area of your head. Let's say that's the number total. You can't go below 10,000. Now, some people only have 10,000 across this whole area that can be harvested total. And so you can only take up to 5,000 maximum. So why is this important, guys? Over-harvesting happens because people go and do very large transplants at once, cause a lot of damage. And sometimes the doctors they go to are willing to take more grafts than they should because they don't care. And I hate to say it that way, but they just don't. Their job is to give you the best visual appearance possible, and they're there for money. And that's just some doctors, guys. This is not all, okay? There's a lot of great doctors. There's Dr. Conier, there's Dr. Panine, there's Dr. Hassan and Wong. There's so many good doctors out there, and reality comes in that at the end of the day, you need to find someone you can trust and has a ton of experience and can show you a lot of results. Anyway, so I'm going to get sidetracked, but guys, let's look at these photos here. This is going to be scary. Don't freak out, okay? This is not going to be like, oh, it's going to happen to you. But I do think that when you're talking about surgery and you're talking about any products you want to use, you should know the risks that are involved and the potential possibilities, even if they're less than a percentile or 5% or 1% or whatever it is, okay? And so, again, if you just do your research, guys. Research. I cannot beat that into you enough. If you don't do your research, then you have a high chance of messing up your hair compared to if you do the proper research, ask the right questions, and you just got to really make sure that you vet the doctor properly. Make sure it's not stock photos. Make sure you're talking to the people they've worked on and you see those people's results from before and a year or two later, because that is key. And you want to hear from them, not from the doctor, okay? Like, yeah, it's cool if the doctor has before and afters. They can have hundreds of them. But if they have 10 that are, terrible, then that's a 10% or a 5% chance, okay? So, again, everyone wants to show their best results. So you're going to want to talk to the people directly and get their experiences and see their results. And then you just got to trust the doctor based on their history, how long they've been in the industry, and, the fact that they have 1,000+ surgeries done well, right? And obviously on screen right now is not a photo I got. It's just from the internet. I'll show you guys that. And it's obviously horrific, over harvesting here. And it's something that's really sad because I know that guy's probably really unfortunately unhappy about it, And the next photo shows, I think this photo is supposed to be showing a not over harvested donor area versus a moth-eaten over harvested area that's completely messed up in the way that it shouldn't have been done this way. And this can come from doing, too many grafts too close together, taking them out. It can also come from taking too many at once. And that's kind of why I'm against doing 5,000 or 6,000 graft sessions at one time. For FUE, I understand it's completely possible with FUT because you just take a strip, so more is not even the issue as much of the time. But again, you gotta really look into this stuff, guys. And on screen here, I'm just going to scroll through a Google search real quick, showing other people who have it. And there's so many different ways of over harvesting. The most typical one that you're going to see is it looks like little dots are taken out, and it's just like a little thin in those spots where it's hard to. It doesn't look great. It looks moth-eaten, as I say. And this is a photo of that exact kind of look. And this is unfortunate. And there's really nothing you can do about this. Your only option at this point when this happens is to get SMP done. And even that's not going to be a perfect solution, but there is no other option if this is your situation. I mean, you can shave it down, you can get S&P, or really, really grow it out greatly, and maybe that'll work. But yeah, guys. So not to scare you guys, choose a good doctor. Over-harvesting is a thing. Look into it. Don't freak out about it, though. Again, just don't go to a doctor who's got 1 or 2 years of experience and is giving you the best deal. It's just, I don't care if they've claimed they've done 1,000 surgeries in that year. They didn't. Like, they did not do the full surgery. They might have made insertions, or they might have made, taking the donors out, but they didn't do the full surgery, so it doesn't, in my mind, count as much. You want that doctor to be hands-on as much as possible, in my mind, okay? Now, I'm not a doctor, can't advise you on who you choose, but I do have a website if you want to follow it. I'll be adding more doctors to it in the coming months. It is hairtransplantreality.com. Check it out. And guys, definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Actually, I'll be posting it on This video is going out Wednesday. Go check out my video for minoxidil versus minoxidil as I talk about the merits of both. And that was on Sunday. I just posted that, so it was the last video posted. Go check it out, guys. It's super awesome. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I really do think it's a product that is super helpful for you, so go get that video, click. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.